Alright, welcome back. So we've defeated Garland, we've crossed the bridge, we've gotten the title screen. Didn't take 2 hours of your time at least. It probably took a little closer to that for me, but that was more of my own doing, not the games. And like some Square Enix games. Kingdom Hearts 2. No, sorry, weird coughing now. Okay. Fire, fire. I actually had a real tough time trying to record this game. I was having a lot of issues with my capture card for some reason. Like, I'm not sure if it was the capture card or the RCA converter or what that was having issues, but man, because I am playing this on my original NES. I like to play the game in its original form when I can. Sometimes you can't really help it. But yeah, no, this is the reason why I wanted to play this version of the game. That is the version that I played. And there's one thing that the Pixel Remaster, I believe, got rid of that I don't like. I kind of wish they had kept it. I'll point it out once we get to that point, which will probably be in the next episode, I think. So we got another 226 points for our next level up. And just kind of taking a look at some of our stats, specifically our strength with our black belt. Now, black belts have a natural high vitality due to the fact that they work best without armor. So they kind of need a stronger defense in order to offset that. I don't know why the game always starts you facing to the right. It's so weird. Like after a battle. Help! This town has been invaded by pirates. It's actually when I was originally recording this, I got to this town and I just took like a second to look around and was about to go and save, and the game froze on me. It was like, come on. Because I hadn't saved since the Garland fight. I had to redo some of it because of that. As far as weapons go in this game, after, like, once you get to the first dungeon, you really don't need to buy weapons anymore. I mean, dungeons tend to give you a lot of weapons and armor. So, most of your money after this point is going to be spent on healing items and spells. Alright, so we got some level 3 magic here. Lamp, Mute, A-Lit, and Invis. Some of them are self-explanatory, others are A-Lit is basically a defensive magic spell against lightning damage or thunder damage. In this game, it's lit or lightning, not thunder, like how it becomes in later games. Thunder, Thundara, and Thundaga. To that extent, it's also lit 1, lit 2, and lit 3 instead. Just because. size limitations and all that. Hey, here's our Jolly Roger. Take a look at what armors they have for sale. Getting at least some wooden armor is good. Again, there's no real point to go super fancy just yet, just because shops tend to not have the better weapons and armors. Okay, I think we're good to go. That was me, like, contemplating if I wanted to go and try and get another level before dealing with Bicky here. Scurvy dogs. Face me, mateys, get those landlubbers. And we got pirates. A lot of pirates. Unfortunately, we do not have a level 2 spell just yet. We actually can't get the level 2 spells until we get the pirate ship. So, yeah. We are pretty much stuck with our level 1s, and... Oh, I shouldn't say level 2s. I should say the level 2 elemental magics, which are different from the level 2 magics, I guess. I don't really know why they keep ice as a level 1 spell, but oh well, it's fine. So, you don't really need to go and attack the first ones in the row. I do it mainly out of habit from later games, but in this game I don't believe rows were really a thing. So in later games, if you haven't played them, I believe it starts with Final Fantasy II, actually, where if you attack the enemy in the back row with a melee attack, you will not do nearly as much damage if there's an enemy in front of it. So you're incentivized to attack the front row enemies first, get rid of them, or at least get rid of the ones that are in front of something else, I believe, and then go for the back row enemies with melee attacks. Magic attack is fine, or a ranged attack, that's fine. But yeah, I don't believe that's a thing in this game. And that also goes for us as well. The players do not, or the player does not have rows. We only have the position in the column. So the way it works is the top player, or the top character, has a 50% chance of getting hit, or being targeted, I should say. The second one has a 25% chance, and then the bottom two have a 12.5% chance each. So, ideally, you put your warrior up front because your warrior can absorb most of the damage, and ideally, in theory, I should say, they should only be attacked 50% of the time, which you would prefer. I mean, that's what you want. You want the tank to tank most of the damage. That doesn't always happen, I feel. I mean, maybe if I kept like a counter of how many times my warrior was targeted versus my white mage, maybe that would convince me, but I feel like it always feels like it's not that likely, or like those percentages are not correct to me, but I digress. Sharks. Honestly, the The black belt should do amazing here. Just punch it in the face. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do if you get attacked by a shark. Just punch it in the eye or in the nose or something. Or you could turn it. Or flip it upside down. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those videos before, but it's always kind of funny to watch a shark just, like, go into this state of, like, this stunned state when it's, flipped upside down. I remember when it was, like, it was like, get rotated, idiot. Diver who just flipped the shark. Alright. Die already, stupid sharks. It's probably, I mean, one is because we're missing a lot, but two, I'm not focusing on one. I'm kind of spreading out my damage, which ultimately does make it take longer. And I realize that, but also I'm trying to be the most efficient I can, and early on, I probably shouldn't be worrying about it. But here's the thing with this game. If you target an enemy and you end up taking it out with another character, the attack will be ineffective. There's no retargeting in this game. So, you're kind of incentivized to spread out your damage and try and keep things relatively even. That doesn't always happen, obviously, because, you know, randomized attack values and all that. Red Sahag. So at this point, I'm just kind of swimming around in the ocean to try and get a level. Sharks are worth a fair bit. These Red Sahags are a little dangerous. Especially when we miss. Okay, thankfully they missed as well. Lightning, I think, does pretty well against most of the water-based enemies. Water, I don't believe, is an elemental type that we can use in this game, but I think there are water elementals later on. It's kind of funny, because I think you fight, like, different elementals in this game, and it's just like water. You just fight water. Love how we're fighting a shark on tarmac right now. It's great. With the sea in the background. Yeah, the backgrounds are not, for any of the NES games, are not the most detailed, or at least the tops are. The tarmac that we're fighting on is always tarmac. Alright, there we go. Hey. Nice. Got another level up. Unfortunately, getting a level up doesn't, like, full heal you or anything, which kind of sucks. Unfortunately, that is a luxury that later games do. Alright. A little bit of money. So let's go and buy ourselves a shield for Luke, because he needs something extra to absorb. I'm going to buy gloves for my two mages. It's not the most important, but a little extra defense right now is helpful, and we can just sell them later. Make sure to actually equip this stuff. So one benefit of having the black belt is the fact, or yeah, the black belt, the monk, basically. I think that might actually be, a, yeah, and I think that's the class that we'll get later on in the game. I don't want to spoil too much on that if you've never played the game, but we do get some upgrades later on. So I was trying to remember how to do a map, and what you have to do is you have to press down the B button and then select. Okay, if you run into these things early on, I would recommend just running. They don't have much health, but they're really annoying because they stun you. Stun doesn't do any damage, but obviously you're paralyzed, you can't attack, you can't run, you can't really do anything until it goes away. So pretty much the enemies have free reign at just annoying the crap out of you. There we go. Thankfully, as long as one person is able to run away, the entire party can. Okay. So we're back in Corneria at the moment. I think we're going to get one more spell. That one black spell, black magic spell, lock, does not work. That is one of the couple spells in the original NES game that do not work. It gets fixed in later versions. So if you want a version, if you want to play a version where the spells actually work, don't play this one. Alright, cloth. My curiosity got to me. This is the well. You might think there's something to it, but in fact, it is just an ordinary well. I love how they just know. They know the gamer intuition to check something like that. Alright, so these guys are basically pirates. They're a little weaker, I think. Maybe a little stronger, I don't know. Anyways, they don't give you very much experience points. They're mostly for money. Yeah, actually, I think they're a little stronger. It's not a huge deal. I mean, we'll take them out pretty easily. Come on, Luke, you need to stop missing here. You're going to be our powerhouse for the game. We need you to actually hit the enemy. It does get better. Like, not for nothing. Miss rates definitely go down the more levels you get. There we go. Finally. Alright. Now we just need people to actually hit the target. Okay, sorry. I love this song. I mean, it's a very iconic, like, battle theme. I mean, even... I forget how long they've been using this, how many games they've used it in, but, I mean, it's been pretty much... I think at least there's 7, right? They use some form of this theme somewhere. Alright, nice. We got level 5s. So this is a big level up. This is a very important level up for one reason. And we'll see more of the reason in the next part. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to access the map. obviously I know how to do it now. There we go. So, yep. This is the map of Final Fantasy 1. We are right there towards the center of the world. And we are pretty much stuck in an inland sea for right now. I will say, this game is really good at keeping you confined until you are ready to explore more. Astos put the prince to sleep. Please, save him. Yep, he's definitely asleep. For 5 years, the prince has slept under Astos' spell. Only Herb can wake him. Only Herb! Nothing here. I do kind of wish they didn't do that. Just nothing here. Cave of Dwarf is at the west end of Aldi Sea. So yeah, as soon as you get the ship, you can actually go and visit those dwarves. And honestly, I would recommend doing that before going to the first dungeon. They have a lot of goodies there, and it is well worth going early and getting some of those. Alright, so we're kind of jumping the gun here with this. But I wanted to at least come up here and check because I saw it. Like, oh. Yep, we need a mystic key in order to open this door. Alright, fine. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into here. We don't quite have enough magic or money for it yet, so we need to go and grind one or two battles. But we... Nothing here. Yes, I am aware. Might as well show off a few things in Elfland. Elfland. I tend to say Elfland. Just here lies Eldrick. Or Erdrick. I believe that's the character from the first Dragon Quest, which is, or a character, or someone in the original Dragon Quest, that this game was kind of poking fun at the time. Back when, you know, Square and Enix were two separate companies. Alright, come up here. You can make your way over to here, where you can find the level 4 magics. Level 3 and level 4 are both in this town. Obviously, we can't afford level 4 yet. But we might as well show them off. And I wanted to at least show off how to get to them. Ice 2. Ice 2 is going to be nice. Nice as ice. And yeah, that's it for this episode. So, in the next part, we have a lot of grinding to do. So, I'll see you guys then.